Good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. This is your host Martin Wong here for the VSA 360. Now, thank you for your support, and for those of you who came last weekend and for the Invest Fair 2023, we thank you for your support, and I do hope we've taken some picture in there. And check out our Facebook at Martin or SmartRobie for some of the photos that we take. And we really thank you for your support on our SmartRobie, and do let them know if the SmartRobie, you can use it to download, and it's available for 4 exchange, the US market, the KLSE, the SGX, and the Hong Kong share, which is suitable going forward where we see in the market. Now let's turn our attention right now to our VSA 360 in here, and let's see where is this market likely to be heading for KLCI. So for this morning, we're going to be talking about the KLCI really need a rebound right now, because we've been down for almost 15 days, right? We'll check it out. One of those reasons why we were down, but of course this is no longer a mystery. Those of you who've been following me a fair while, you probably know what's really happening by checking out the V60 or the SmartRobie. You would know one of them is the foreign funds continue to sell. I do know some of you are talking about the weakening currency of ringgit against the US dollar, or there are other reasons, maybe the state election, which tentatively will be bubolkan, the Dewan Negara, the State Assembly will be bubolkan, dissolved by end of June, and likelihood election will be August. So are we talking about the next 2 months, at least June, July, and August, where the market is likely to move sideways? Let me know what you think by giving me a thumbs up in here. But I think do note that if you had Pentagon Guider and follow it, at least the KLCI would have ensured that this market continuing to fall downwards. You can do some evasive action in here. At least you've been informed of this market as it's gone downwards in here. So for those of you who are and experience this market, exactly that's what VSA 360 do. So check out our 10-day free trial and also access our insider buying that we have for the KLCI in here. So let's take a look at the Trade VSA 360 in here, and of course comes with the insider buying and sell guide here. Now of course let's take a look this morning on our 360 for the 9th of June. 5 things you need to know. Definitely what we've seen here is you could see Cheetah Global. I think that's one of the first news. I think some of you, I have posted this also on the newsletter this morning in here, that the Agong is buying, which is going to be taking a look at this. So we'll come back to this stock later, but let's take a look at this morning, the dashboard. And of course everything is still in the red Pentagon that you can see. The KLCI is red, the Singapore is red, Hang Seng is red, Dow Jones is red, and you could see also finally we get that rebound that we were needing, which is up 3 points only, which is still a long way to go. You can see from here, definitely just on top of me, this is one of the main reason why the market is down. And you could see from here as the market continue, if not for this 26th of May where the market actually have one positive day outflow, you could see the foreign funds has been selling since 19th of May until now, which has almost been relatively about 3 weeks, and they continue to sell. Suma pun turun juga, right? So maybe today we are up 3 points. They decided to buy right now, and like it or not, you may not like to hear it, we are at the mercy of the foreign funds right now. As you can see, even the EPF, they are still continue to buy, but the influence from the foreign funds seems to be one of the big intake why this market can do well now. If you agree with what I've said, yeah, give me a thumbs up in here. And you could also see the technology right now, and is the front runner for it, that much of it. So let's bring it up in here, and you could see technology is the only one, technology and transport is the only one that is positive, and it's actually turned green Pentagon, you can see from here. So this is also aligned with what I talk about on the live Facebook on Wednesday. All right, so check it out, the live FB that I did. And as I said before, the only silver lining that we are seeing this year, if you are on the US market, that someone's going to make you money and should be kind of happy in here. All right, the rest of the sectors is going to be pretty bad. As I said before, we are at the mercy of the KLCI foreign funds outflow. So you can see KLCI has been down for almost 16 bars already. You can see here, one of the longest was communication, and healthcare has been down 14 days. Let's take a look at healthcare. That is also seeing the rubber glove. Immediately when rubber glove like Top Glove and Hata made a new high, the analysts from the local broker houses continue to make that this is not the rebound that you are seeing. Do sell them up, because the ASP prices still cannot, by raising the ASP prices higher, does not justify that this market will rebound. And then we'll see this market, but it's nicely going up, a nice pullback in here. Let's see if we were able to hold as this support, and if the next bottom for the rubber glove, then you see rubber glove pick up again. Look, watch out for the green Pentagon in here. It will come eventually. Construction also turned red Pentagon. So that's where we are right now as a market, as you can see from here. Definitely today everything sort of turned green. You got Inari is picking up actually. As a matter of fact, if you have logged in to the VSA 360 by just clicking here, it will take you to Inari, and then immediately you will see you can see here there are some buying from EPF, but they're also selling 250k, buying 1.6 million. So they are buying more than they're selling here. 100k. Wong Yam Hui, this is probably be one of the big investors, but there's a lot of call but to buy this morning in here. 353, 353, 350, and this is also aligned with the overall rebound that we see in the technology in here. So of course, if you had the going back to 2016, your 10,000 ringgit is worth about 19,000, no doubt. Of course, on the height of it in October, September, November 2021, that was where it's about 34,000. That's where we also see the technology. So this is actually a good in here. In terms of the news, you can see the radio frequency. This was the pickup some new program 30th of May. There are some Inari, they were weaker actually. The news were weaker on the 26th here. So this is where the market will continue to make a little bit of upwards going forward, and you can see right now this market in here nicely built and continue to make upwards. Okay, so that's on Inari. If not, check it out in here. This is something that will put you in the right mood of things, at least, you know, looking at it. Also, the others on the Pentagon guided 3-month trade, there was some really good one like Jetson. These are generally penny stocks. They are loss making. You can see just below 100 million, so easier to push up all the 100 million in here. Only Wells was about 432, which is still a small cap stocks. All these are just small cap stocks, making it easier to pick, but also at the same time the volatility that you've seen are pretty wild too. On the let's take a look at the so-called our alert center here. While we are waiting for the alert center. Okay, there you go. So on the alert center, we got Uchitech. Yes, that's one of the good. I would say this is a good dividend share. All right, you just click on it. That will take you to Uchitech. Right, let's come back to here, and it's one of the good dividend, you know, paying about almost 9% in here. It's a good risk to reward right now, right? There probably be an adjustment in here. I'll take a look at Uchitech. There could be a stock take here. Right, and so you can see this stock now just turned green Pentagon, so that's pretty good. All right, so for Uchitech, it's one of FAD though. It's a good dividend stocks, pay very well, and this is even better, you know, 23,000 here in dividend. So Uchitech is definitely one of those very good shares to pick up, and that's how you want to pick up Aeon, Gabunda, Roblex, Nvidia has turned red pentagon finally after being up for so long. That's why this is the kind of pullback. Star has actually turned green pentagon, which is part of the UMNO watch list. High liquid MSC, FBI, Formosa, Penta has turned red pentagon. B Autos has turned green pentagon. Scientex, Heng Yuan, right? Data Prep, SYY, which is the US market, then green pentagon in here, and CMSB. So check it out in here. That will give you the kind of stocks, at least to have, what are those so-called very good high liquid shares in here, rather than buying some of those penny stocks. And that's where you really want to be. Gamoda has turned red pentagon. So keep that in mind. That sort of, give you the morning gist of where the market is. All right. So that's what we have for this morning in here. We've seen a little bit. Now, like it or not, let's present to you the KLCI schematic. You can see the market's really been a stage 4 markdown ever since the red pentagon appeared. I think later on the next slide will definitely show you. So the red pentagon appeared up here, and you can see the market continue. So what we are generally looking for is the next one will be the stage 1 reaccumulation. Stage 1 reaccumulation, S1 in here. We're looking for sign of strength. If it does happen, that's likely to enable the market to move sideways onwards, and that's what we want to see. So when you see that stage 1 reaccumulation, the market's likely to rebound back, and so one way to enter that will be the opening price of that one. So you can see from here, this is what actually happened on the chart wise. Of course, here you can see the red pentagon which appeared, and you can see trends are still down. You can see the railway track is also opening on a downtrend to up. All right, you can see A Health is bullish. That's right, Kevin. Right, Top Glove, thank you for your coin. Red pentagon broke through, and one of the things was significant. I thought it could hold it at 1420. It broke through the 1400, and as I said before, one of the real reasons you have seen early on is the foreign funds flows, but it did find some support 1360 because it has been down for almost 8 days. I do believe today they would likely to be buying, and if we do buy, looking at the VSA 360, the chart in here, right, which is the leading indicator for our KLCI, you can see it's been down 16 days, almost 11 bars, due to the heavy foreign funds outflow in the last 2 weeks, right? So it may turn sideways right now in here, but give it a couple of days before it starts to turn green pentagon. So it's like coming down and looking for reaccumulation and then rebound back. The question is, will that rebound be just another what we call dead cat bounce? Because remember, we said before, the state election is likely to be August, so the market's generally going to move sideways further down, testing in here. My best optimist outlook will be 1400 will be the continuing, maybe after the election, when the state election results are in favor due for the current government, the Pakatan Harapan, then we can see maybe a rebound from here. But right now it doesn't look that good. It's on the so you can see right now we are at the one of the worst. If you look back, going back to 2016 on the monthly chart here, we've been very negative for, we never had actually 5 months in a row negative. If you look back in the history, this is getting from bad to worse. If you look back, most of the time we have 3 losing months, then the rebound. We had minus 0 and 6, 2%. That was quite bad in February and March. Then we have the April, then we got May, another sell-off. That's almost 6%. So right now we are minus 8%. Now I have talked about on the live Facebook that our market being having China being our largest trading partner, as such that we tend to follow Hang Seng Index, which I'm going to show you next. So if you look at the Hang Seng Index here, you definitely see that they did have a nice rebound in January, and also June was a good rebound, up 5% in here, right? But we don't see that. So you can see the overall Hang Seng total return for the year was still just short of minus 1%. If you go back to ours, we are minus 8%. And if you do, but I don't think we will end with a minus 8 or minus 10% in here. After all, the overall regional are not too bad, with the exception of maybe the Thailand. Thailand SET index, which is also down about 7% or 6% in par with Malaysia. So you look at it, the yearly return are still in the negative outflows, doesn't seem to have. So let's take a look at the Pentagon Guider intraday, which is part and delivery of the VSA 360. Now we are testing out the top 30 volume KLSE under testing. This is something we've been testing for the last couple of months or so in here, and this morning you can see it's slightly different from our Pentagon in here. We hope to release this after more testing, and you could see here right now we have this little ribbon in here just showing that this is the first time that they actually appeared, right? So we want to be first time appeared on the morning index, and you can see this market going up. So you can see, let's take a look at the Jetson, which is you don't want one that run a lot. You can see this one was down, this one was up. WCHB, okay, so WCHB, so we can look at that one, WCH. So because intraday you want to use the VSA plugin in here, you can see this is the one that actually rebounded this morning in here, right? This is where we are, and Bolstead also came out up 17% this morning. I think there was probably some sort of fresh bunches. Yep, it had a dividend, right? So this was a big move up here. Bolstead. Let's take a look at the RGB, which is a 26 cents. Again, most of these rebound stocks are RGB International. Yep, that's a nice one. You can see it picks up on the 6th of June. That's going up here. So you can pick some of these through our volume here. SMRT up 1.1%. So that's another one of those stocks, penny stock, which is moving up, and you can see it's a nice uptrend here, still continuing to do so. Right now it's down 0.5%. Let's see by the end of the day what it would be, right? So check it out in here. You might see a bit of running. So this top volume, all right, will give you some. AirAsia X is another one, because I think many of you may follow AirAsia X. So let's stick to AirAsia X, and now you can see been down, has a nice one here, up 5%, but today is just like here, up 6%, up 4% here. We'll see, but I do think that this will be a nice one, and a nice pullback here, right, just below the 40-day moving average. And if it does hold this level, I think there's likely to be a follow through. Now there will be a top glove. That's Kevin saying that. So let's take a look. Top glove, right? Top glove earnings, but I had it here on next week. Let's see if let's see Harta Lega. I think all of them will be pretty much the same too. Yep. So if the result is good, then you'll see another push up in here. But I do think that right now you have some sort of support in here. All the sellers is already out from the level here. Okay, KTB, this you can take a look some of these stocks in here. You can catch a photo of this one and look at this. This is the top 30 KLSE volume, which we intend to roll out very, very soon. Okay. Then let's look at the insider buying. This is another new feature for 2023 since we rolled it out in January for the buy and sell here. So again, Peter Lynch, one of the big proponents of the insider buying, he did say that you will benefit if you follow the smart money to buy. And let me just share with you in here. Now in our VSA 360, you can check it out through our package in here. If not, you can get the 10-day free trial where there's a call to buy, call to sell, call to hold. And early on you have seen also for Inari, there was a call to buy in here and a call to sell. So that was definitely a good market position for Inari to go higher in here. And you know, some of those shares you can see long period accumulation has pushed up this CY Park to even achieve almost 150% way up here, and that was due to the time now. Now let's look what is who's buying right now. You can see this was from last week, the 26th of May in here, and I just want to make a statement here. It does make a lot of sense, especially when the market right now is, you know, still in the downturn. You know, this the background in this, a red pentagon. So some of these stocks has insider buying that will provide some sort of support that we see. So you can see my news. after holding up in here, continue to buy. It actually pops its head up to 50 cents. Right, and then quickly up 5%, and then there were some weak sellers decided to sell in here, but I do think that this is going to be hold in here. So we really feel that this does make a lot of sense, especially in the backdrop of our market. So check out the VSA 360 insider buying, and we have Yongtai, and that was on the 12th of May. You could see it's just around the closing price was 38 cents, and it didn't go higher. Yep, it did go up to 49 cents for Yongtai, and there was still continued buying. You can see here. This was the 12th of May. This is where we are looking at right here. You can see this one here. Let me just bring up the laser pointer. This is where we are. You can see 12th of May, and then market continued to go up. So you can see some of these buying and still in a nice trend in here. That's pretty good, going up in here. Yongtai. Then we have the Dato Eddie Ong favorite counter, Perak Transport. You can see here there was one period of buying here, and you see buying. It still holds its level. They were called to buy, C/B, called to buy, and the market's holding up 104, now testing higher to 1112. All right, so this is a very good hint for those of you who's looking into buy in here. Then we have Sasadi, supported at 18 cents. I just want to demonstrate the power of the insider buying, and you could see when there was insider buying, the market just stopped, and this is at the 17.5 cents a market low. So that means sometimes these insiders do know the base support. So if you see that buying at 18 cents there, on a support level in here, and you can definitely get this out from our SmartRobie chart. And the other one is also Chin Hin. You can see lots of buying in here. Finally, it did turn green Pentagon. Okay, but as did hit the 440 mark, market gradually, but they're continuing to buying some in here. So you can see why it does really make sense, to follow. But of course, not all the time the insider buying will turn out to be true. So let's take a look at this week insider buying for the KLCI. All right. First one we have is Cheetah Global, which I've talked about just now. And let's take a look at Cheetah Global, why it's pretty interesting. And I'll go back to here. I think I have it here, yeah. Okay, you can see Uchitech, they were called to hold here. And Cheetah Global. All right, Cheetah Global. So you can see from here why the Agong is buying. The Agong is buying, and he bought a fair bit, 2.4 million times 144. So you do your maths, about 5 million, and then another 1.4 million here. So he was kind of responsible for pushing this share price up. All right, Dato Sri Noza was smarter. He bought it at 130 something. So yeah, he bought 1.2 million. As it go higher, he continued to buy up. So be kind of interesting to see whether this eventually will actually go up higher. We especially we don't want the Agong to lose money, right, when they are buying this kind of smart money stocks here, right? So Robie T did ask, there was a line change, seal in line change. Yep, we can take a look at that one in here. Better still, if not, Robie, you can take our 10-day free trial and also check it out that in here and see if this is something that is suitable for you. So that's the first one. And next we have, okay, the NGGB is the other one. So let's take a look at NGGB. So NGGB on insider buying, you can see this is again very similar to the earlier stocks we talked about at 84 cents. We do see Miss Lim Kai Yi, Dato Lim Tiang Huat. So I think this is definitely one of the owner. All right, 330k at 84 cents, 1.4 million, 1.4 million in here. So they were bought. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. There was some selling, of course. Dato Gan sold 30k, small amount, 6.5 million. He sold a lot, and so this could be some sort of transaction between those two. So it does tell you 84 cents, but again, this is not a sexy business. It's just printing of books in here. P is pretty high, ROE is very low. Again, this is not the best kind of stocks to have. Again, if you have it from 2016, it didn't really make money. It issued a MOU. It did had a lot of UMA. That's on February, I think, when the market push up to 48%, and then you can see from here it sort of dies off after that. Yeah, usually a lot of stocks like that, the penny stocks in here, they push it up to distribute higher. So NGGB, of course, next week we're going to come back and look at it. Okay. So again, thank you for just a gesture of thank you for your support, those of you who came last week to our Invest Fair, and we hope to see you in another fair. And of course, the 10-day free trial, check it out if you have not done so, to see how we can use the VSA 360. And of course, there was Robie here wanted to check out Seal, right? Seal Incorporated. I think this is a share, right? No, there was no, yeah, event a line change. You can see some of these, they don't actually declare, or even the last 12 months, they don't have any, so this is what I call the so-called non-friendly kind of insider buying. Usually if it does, you really have no edge on this one in here, because you don't see who is the holding company in here. It's not profit making. See, it's a value trap here. It's a loss making, so do take note of it in here. All right, and actually you lose money to $3,000. Only recently it comes back here. All right, so that's all we have for this morning in here. Thank you for your support. If you want to check out our plugin for some of the features in here, and also thank you many of you who get great return, and also our review, just give it up in. And any stocks you want me to take a look in here, A-Health continue to be pretty good. I think I have one stocks. There was some insider buying on A-Health, and since then the market has really hold its level in here. I think that's really a fundamental shares. If you do see good fundamentals, just sort of hold on to it in here. Not so much of a trading, because I do know that many of our members and as well as the public that is listening today are more of the longer term holding, but the VSA 360 will put you in a better position. Just as I said before, I was telling someone, who came on Invest Fair, if you have a property worth about $1 million, you still pay some maintenance to maintain it. So if you have a portfolio of 100 or 200,000, right, you still need to pay a maintenance. And the good tools like VSA 360 will definitely help you to put you in the right position. If not, use the SmartRobie, all right, that will really help you a fair bit. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, and follow me on TikTok at trade_VSA in here. And don't forget to go to our Telegram chat room and to get all our support and education. Thank you for coming, and that's all, and have a good weekend. I'll be back on Monday for our breakfast show with SmartRobie.